Good day to you, I'm LionHeartBlue and welcome to another episode of my Scrap Mechanic Survival series. And as we look around you can see all the icons for the beacons we placed in the last episode. Made a few changes to the base. I'm now standing on my fridges which I moved over and I've colour coded them so they represent the bags of the, and they all contain, well, all of them, most of them contain some fruit, which I don't know if I need. So these ones just contain, they're sort of still here for my food resources in that sense. And over here are the all the seed bags, again color coded the same as the seed bag itself, not the fruit item, which can get confusing I suppose, but because there's so many fruits the same colour, the bag colour sort of helps. And I've got extra ones for potatoes. Okay, so I'm going to head over to my old base as I have a couple of vehicles over there I haven't grabbed yet, one of which is my mining vehicle. I probably showed you in the first episode roughly how it all works. And it is something that I will look to upgrade soon, but for now I need more metal, so I'm going to use it for now and have a think about how I can improve it as I go. So we're back at the base and I'm just checking everything's alright, and I'll grab the little monster here. I can remove that whole thing now because I'm not going to put it back here. It's going to stay with me at the new base. And off we go. I mean, it's pretty ugly, but it does the job quite crudely, I must admit. And going around here is probably not a good idea because I don't think I'm going to fit under the pipes anyway. So I'll do a bad job of driving this back to base. Thank God for the lifts. A godsend they are. This actually took me quite a long time to make, believe it or not. The mechanism to pull the resource collector over the top and back again, it looks fairly simple, but for some reason it was causing me a huge headache and I don't know why. It was more complicated than I expected. I thought it was quite a simple idea. And the reason I've done it is because the resource collectors, they need to be quite close to an item in order to pick it up, but you don't want it sort of in the way of your drills, and I didn't want a separate. Oh, hello, get away. That's a flower, get away. Yeah, guns always work better. Oh, I can hear another one, here he comes. And doosh. Didn't need the sound effect from me there, but always adds to the excitement, doesn't it? So yeah, as I was saying, the resource collectors, they're very useful for picking up all the garbage. Well, I say garbage, it's wanted resources. Oh, I need the seat, not the buttons. Oh, I'll keep turning, that's it. Yeah, so but they need to be quite close to the ground, quite close to the object that you want to pick up, but they can get in the way. So I just figured if there was some way of moving it in front and then moving it back, and I've got the refinery on the back. So once you've got you've collected all the resources, you can start refining, and there is a chest attached to it so that it's got enough storage. I believe without a chest, it stores just one stack of one item that it's refining. And what I mean by that is that from these rock nodes you can get stone or metal. So if it starts refining a stone node, then it will not try to refine the metal node because there would not be any more resource space available for it unless you attach a chest, and then you have multiple resource spaces. So you can see I'm just trying to mine up this rock here, I can't remember all the buttons. This unfortunately you can't kind of color code them or label them. As you can see, you add them to the vehicle, attach them to your seat, and then they're available in the hotbar below. But you've got no indication of which one's which. So it's just kind of out of fuel. Which is that? Okay, I must have fuel somewhere, or not. Did I put any in here? Nope. There we go, yeah, completely out. I've got a little bit, so ouch. Maybe I should head back home and get some more, but I'm stuck on this rock. Get off. Yeah, see, this is again why the design of this isn't great. I need to break this up. So I'm using controllers to spin my what are they called? I don't know what they're called, I can't remember. Mining drills. The controllers obviously don't take up any fuel. They spin fast enough, but I think sometimes when something heavy sits on them, then they don't spin. I don't know if it's the different, if it would be different with a fuel engine controlling them. But so a controller is basically energy free, so it doesn't take batteries or fuel gas. So I'm trying to refine the ones on the ground as well, which is why I've added an option to turn the drill bits facing down. But it's really difficult and not easy. But you'll see how this resource collector now sort of collects. So it's collected that one item, and if I can collect any more, I can demonstrate what I meant. But I want to get the ones that I've refined so far, but I can't really get close enough to them even with this design. So I'll just send it back. Look, so I've got three items I picked up. Oh, there's one over here. Let's get this one. Did I get it? Yeah, 4. So now that's gone back, you'll see the refinery kicks in, and it's going to start refining everything. I think we've got a wood in there as well that we picked up. So there's the stone. The stones are the dull grey ones. The metal is the shiny grey ones, and then that brown one's the wood. So now it can refine. It can pick up anything and refine anything. You can't refine or chop down trees with these drills. They won't work on them, and vice versa with the saw blades. Do not have any effect on the stone nodes, these rock nodes. So you have to have either one vehicle with both items on, or multiple vehicles. I mean, there's an advantage to having one vehicle that has, you know, multiple saw bits on it as well as drill bits, and you can flick between the two maybe. But as you've seen, what I was working on at the beginning, in my first episode, I was very heavily trying to get an easy way of harvesting the wood. So I want to do the same with this. And my thought is, can I do the same? As in, can I break down the rock node in its first form, so all these loose bits of rock on the floor, and is there a way I can gather them up, take them back home like I do with the trees, and dump them into some unit which will then refine them, and I can just come back, and rather than having to try and refine them manually here, because you have to break them down multiple times to get them into the resource that the resource collector can pick up. So from the first rock node you get slightly smaller rocks, then you have to break them down into slightly smaller rocks, and then they break down further into slightly smaller rocks, and then finally the ones you can see just to my right of the vehicle now and on the left, they finally break down into possibly 2 resources. So that's what I'm trying to work out. Now with the tree harvesting, the problem I had when the trees were loose in the vehicle was that my frame rate dropped massively, and that meant that it was really, really difficult to, almost impossible to play, and it would be an awful recording for you if my frames were at 1 or 2 frames a second. And the reason for that is it's constantly calculating the collisions of those big tree trunks against your vehicle and against each other. So I figure that's what, with the trees, I was able to weld them to the vehicle. Welding them makes them a solid structure, and then the collisions don't need to be calculated. For these, you don't believe you can weld them, so I'd have to build a vehicle that can push them into something which will allow me to transport them back, but the possibility is that my frames will drop and it'll be impossible to play. So I'm going to give that a test in a future episode, but for now I just want to clear this node and get this back and refining so that we have some metal and stone to play with when I start working on my base, building up my base, because I really want to start that soon because it's a bit of a mess. So when I can not click on the light, oh, 1 gas left, I really need to go and get some more. Oh, and I keep walking into the drills, which do hurt even when they're not on. So let me go back, head back and get some more fuel. So if you can imagine, if I was running the drills off the fuel as well, we would have run out much, much sooner. And you saw how much I put in. I mean, it wasn't a great deal, but it was, what, a stack of 9, I think it was. It doesn't last very long. And that was just driving around. I wasn't, you know, mining with it. So, but I've got plenty in my little red chest here. And I don't have any space in my inventory. So one will have to do for now. I just want to finish mining that rock node up anyway. I'm not planning to go any further. I just wanted to clear that out. I'm trying to sort of clear this out as much as possible. I'm thinking actually along here I might place down some blocks, because when you place them down the grass goes, and just to sort of clear some of this up a bit. But so let me put this in and carry on for now. So going back to what my plan was, so I'm thinking a vehicle like this, but without the refinery, without the resource collector on it, just a couple of mining drills, break down the rock into its first or second form, and then get another little vehicle like I've got with my tree logging, so the little vehicle that cuts the trees down. I have something similar to that, but with a strong engine, maybe a couple of engines, and a pusher on the front, kind of push these nodes that I'm breaking down, sort of push them into a truck. I've got no idea if it's possible, absolutely no idea, but once they're in the truck, providing the frames don't drop and the collisions don't have to keep being calculated, then I'll take them back home and tip them into something. I've got ideas for it, and I think it'd be really cool if it worked, and I'll definitely give it a go. Even if I don't end up using it, because it's good experience in building and trying things out. And I want to start making my builds a bit more pretty and colour them, but you know, my builds like my vehicles, so this isn't coloured at all and it's ugly, but it, you know, until I am happy with it, I don't want to sort of like waste all the paint on something that I'm going to keep changing. You'll notice I've got drills on the wheels as well. They don't do anything, they just keep the bots away. So if a bot comes up to a vehicle, it's less likely to, it won't get close to the wheels to destroy them. So that's why they're there. Just going to mine these bits, get this finished, and then maybe we'll head back. So bear with me while I finish this up. Okay, this is very interesting. You might remember a few episodes ago, something horrible happened with my timber mill machine, and I've been mining away here, and look what I found. Just lurking in the bushes, my drill bits that came flying over the sky the other day, the other episode. I thought I'd lost them forever. I can't believe we found them. Anyway, I'll collect them up and get on with this. Yeah, so I thought that was quite funny. So now you know my ideas for a potentially new, easier way to mine all this rock. I wonder if you've got any ideas before I start building it. Anything you think's worth trying out. Even if you haven't played the game before, you might have a suggestion that I wouldn't even think about. Obviously, having played this game for quite a while now, I know its limitations, but that can sometimes be its downfall, because you can't always think outside the box. And maybe someone like yourself who's watching this, who hasn't played the game, might suggest something that is either very valid or makes me think of a different way of doing something. So chuck in a comment if you've got any ideas. I look forward to hearing them, and I'll certainly wouldn't mind trying them out. Another thing I might do is do an episode where I have a look on the workshop, get some inspiration from there about other people's mining machines or mining vehicles they might have created. That might be quite interesting to see what other people have done and get some inspiration from there. But that might come in a little bit in the future, because I've got a few episodes already planned. I've got some good things coming up with starting my defences. I've got a collab where a couple of friends join me to help with a bit of mining and go on a little adventure. So after that, I'll concentrate on the base for a bit, and I think I want to go on a warehouse run as well, so you can see what that's all about. So plenty of exciting stuff coming up. So you got to stay tuned, and obviously please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and like the video. It really does help. It gets me seen by other people if I have more likes. If I don't have likes, then I'm not going to appear to anyone else when they're searching for this sort of stuff. So it really does help, and I really appreciate it. And I hate having to ask, but you know, that's how YouTube works, as I'm sure you're aware. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and you'll get notified of the future videos I've mentioned when they come up, so you don't miss anything. And I really appreciate that too. So just before I go, I'm going to do a little trick that Khan Gaming showed me, where you have to look underground, because sometimes some of the rock nodes get stuck underground, and it's worth sort of checking and trying to get rid of all the rock that's there. Oh, if I can get this right, what am I doing? Why is this not? I think you have to get the arrows. I'll do it this way. I mean, I don't really know how to release them, but I just thought I'd have a little look and see if I can see anything stuck. And I think you've seen me do this thing before, so let me just get on my toilet and go underground. Oh, down please. And I can't see any. Oh, there's some, maybe, I don't know. Don't know, it doesn't look like it to me, so maybe I'm okay. Oh, every time I press escape and get to that menu. So I'll clear this up, and one last time, thank you very much for watching. A little short one today while I mine this rock node. But I'd like to wish you all the best. Take care, and I will see you in the next episode for some much more exciting adventures. Thank you very much.